Good morning, everybody. Spring has definitely sprung, and it has us keeping the rain jacket close by.
Showers and storms will hit the eastern half of the country in multiple regions. Some of these storms, well, they could be severe. That's going to keep us on alert this week. While any moisture is welcome for the southeast, this is far from drought-busting rain.
Right, and adding to our drought woes, heat is still, starting to build back across much of the country for a lot of us. Temps already surging out into the west. As the week goes on, they'll start to spread eastward, and that means more and more of us will tap into that warmth.
How far to the east? Well, cities like Nashville and Atlanta, get ready. You could be 90 by this weekend.
Is it time for that? It's like pool season,
Haven't we already
summertime.
we've already technically hit it in Atlanta, so this is maybe more about time.
This is America's Morning Headquarters. Good morning, everybody. Jordan Steele, Molly McCollum here. We've got meteorologist Jim Cantori with us as well.
All right, let's start with Jim. Jim, in some of our cities, storms in the southern plains, they are turning feisty. That's what they're there for. They are there to spot those rip currents. They are trained to spot the rip currents, and it will make your beach vacation a lot less stressful and a lot safer, too. We are expecting some of those scattered thunderstorms. This is very close to the start of Florida's rainy season. And then on top of that, you have a moderate risk of rip currents from Jacksonville all the way down to areas like Vero Beach, Apalachicola, parts of the Panhandle. Even where we have a low risk for rip currents, it's not zero. So please be safe. We have a long summer ahead of us when it comes to staying safe from the rip currents and the lightning. That becomes far more of a concern, too, as we get into the rainy season here in Florida. Water temperatures warming up. I mean, look at Miami, just off the coast of Miami and into the Keys, 85 to 87 degrees. You get that warmer water that starts surging to the north. Just another sign that we are getting closer and closer to hurricane season. So water temps here, comfortable, 85 there with a high temperature in Miami of 89. We get up towards areas like Vero Beach. Not only do you have the rip current threat, but you also have the storm threat too as we climb to 90, getting really warm here in the Sunshine State. Daytona Beach, similar story. Water temperatures a little bit cooler here as we go up the coast here in Florida, 77, high of 89. It's not going to be a complete washout as we go throughout the day in Daytona Beach, but certainly looking for those showers and thunderstorms, which, Jim, it's that time of year, not only for that, but also edging closer to hurricane season.
Yeah, I think we're
where we are expecting, especially the back half of the week, a more soggy end to our week here, where we have this low pressure. It's going to be quickly moving across the Great Lakes, Midwest by midweek, and then eventually ending up in the 95 corridor. This is not the kind of system that we're expecting, widespread severe weather day after day. Maybe a few stronger storms, but gusty winds, widespread beneficial rain is really what we're going to see, and we need it for the 95 corridor. I mean, the drought has been expanding here. Notice the lack of drought back towards areas in the Midwest and the Great Lakes. That's where we really don't need another drop of rain right now. After the April that we had, still running some really crazy surpluses in that area. But of course, a different story when you get to the 95 corridor. That is where the rain will be welcome. We're not anticipating a lot of rain. This is a quick moving system, so it doesn't have a lot of time for the rain really to add up. But where it's going to linger is actually going to be in areas around New England. So we're going to clear out of the mid-Atlantic and parts of the Northeast very quickly, but this low pressure is going to hang out in New England for a little bit longer, and that's going to allow for the rainfall totals to add up. So here we go. This is Tuesday into Wednesday. Notice how quickly that moves past areas that are super saturated at this point, through areas like central PA and New York, down through Washington, D.C. Just, notice the time on here. That could make it a little bit of a rough commute there for your Wednesday evening. As this kind of pinwheels out of the Northeast, notice where the heavier rain lingers a little bit longer into parts of New England. That's another spot that we could use some rain. But also what this system is going to bring is widespread wind. And that could be more of an issue, honestly, rather than the rain when it comes to your travel, especially if you have flight plans. So here's Tuesday. We're seeing gusts 25, 30 miles per hour from areas like Green Bay and Detroit and Chicago. All of this energy continues to move to the east with the rain, and that's going to push up some of those wind speeds, 95 corridor at many of our busy airports here as we get to later Wednesday, perhaps lingering into Thursday. We'll see how that exact timing pans out. But this is also going to be a true cold front, so it's actually going to drop our temperatures pretty dramatically by the end of the week, and that's going to leave us about 5 to 15 degrees below average, but the rain's clearing out, so that should make it a little bit more comfortable. Now, Jim, speaking of comfort, it's going to be uncomfortable in the west where temperatures are soaring.
Yes.